U2's Bono meets with Argentina's president to talk about widespread issues affecting society.
This is night 2 of the Democratic National Convention. I'm outside of the United Center here in Chicago. Last night was off to a big kickoff as Vice President Kamala Harris surprised attendees and made an appearance on stage. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton also took to the stage to a 3-minute standing ovation. President Biden ended the night with an address that some were divided about. Some saw it as having State of the Union undertones, while others saw it as a passing of the torch. Now tonight, Michelle Obama will be making an appearance, as well as Illinois Governor J.D. Pritzker. Former President Barack Obama is tonight's headliner. Kamala will not be in attendance tonight at the DNC, as she and her running mate, Governor Tim Walz, will be on the campaign trail in Milwaukee. Tonight's performances include Chicagoans Common, as well as gospel singer Jonathan McReynolds. And word has it that Patti LaBelle will be doing the In Memoriam. I'm outside of the United Center here in Chicago, Illinois. I'm Jennifer Harris Thompson.
Jennifer Harris joins us this morning with Pop News. Good morning.
Good morning, Christy and Jay. Actress Alyssa Milano's social media protest against sexual assault and harassment is gaining major steam. Her Sunday Twitter post read in part, "If all the women who have been sexually harassed or assaulted wrote Me Too as a status, we might give people a sense of the magnitude of the problem." At age 68, singer and songwriter Billy Joel is a father again. According to a representative, Joel's wife, 35-year-old Alexis, gave birth to daughter Remy Ann on Sunday. The Piano Man had just announced the pregnancy a little more than a week earlier.
It's night 3 of the Democratic National Convention. I'm outside of the United Center here in Chicago, and you probably can hear the helicopters over my head or see the SWAT team, which is on the roof right now of the United Center, and that's just a security measure. Well, last night, former President Barack Obama ended the night with his speech, as well as we heard from Vice President Harris's husband, First Gentleman Doug Emhoff. He spoke about how tomorrow, on day 4, will be their 10th wedding anniversary. Tonight's headliners include former President Bill Clinton, as well as Nancy Pelosi and Vice President Harris's running mate, Governor Tim Walz. Tonight, performances include Stevie Wonder, as well as John Legend, and yes, Sheila E. performing on the drums.
News across the nation this morning. Good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning, Christy. The FBI released information that provides insight to the man behind the Sandy Hook massacre. Adam Lanza was focused and obsessed with mass murders and spree killings. That's according to a woman who befriended the 20-year-old online prior to the 2012 shootings. The unidentified woman also said Lanza spent most of his time researching and discussing mass killings. She described him as extremely intelligent but very depressed. Lanza killed 20 first graders and 6 adults at the school. He also killed his mother at their house prior to taking his own life. A former school aide and track coach who admitted to being HIV positive has been hit with several more charges to his already lengthy indictment for sex assault. Carlos D'Angelo Bell now has a total of 206 charges against him on accusations of sexually assaulting 42 underage students and recording it on video. According to the state's attorney, the victims range in age from 11 to 17 years old. The state is not aware of any alleged victim testing positive for HIV. If found guilty, Bell could face life in prison. And the NAACP says African Americans may want to avoid American Airlines. According to an advisory issued Tuesday night, the organization has seen a pattern of disturbing incidents reported by African American passengers, specific to American Airlines. American Airlines says the company is committed to providing a positive, safe travel experience for everyone. And Jay and Chrissy, that's what's making headlines across the country this morning. Back to you.
Tonight is the 4th and final night of the Democratic National Convention. Last night, Vice President Kamala Harris's running mate, Governor Tim Walz, took to the stage and gave Americans a glimpse into his personal life, revealing he and his wife's past struggles with infertility. Oprah Winfrey also made a very special appearance in her former hometown and made a passionate plea to independent and undecided voters. Well, tonight is the night Kamala Harris takes the stage, and she will be the first woman of color to accept the nomination for President of the United States.
His Sports Night co-star Josh Charles writes that Guillaume radiated such warmth, light, dignity, and above all, class. Guillaume captured an entirely new audience in 1994 when he provided the voice for Rafiki in Disney's animated hit, The Lion King.
I didn't know that.
That was him.
Very cool.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
it's a sad, sad loss then.
Well, Christine J., he actually battled prostate cancer during the last 2 years of his life, and he leaves behind a wife and 4 children.
I had no idea.
Yeah, sad. The film is the 8th episode in the Star Wars saga and is a direct sequel to the 2015 blockbuster Star Wars: The Force Awakens. And Christy and Jay, the actual debut has garnered more than 300,000 views on YouTube in just 30 minutes.
Wow.
Yes, in just 30 minutes. And the movie comes out, it opens December 15th.
I feel like it's going to be a big hit.
Yes.
Oh, I think Kristen's going to be first in line for those tickets. She's been
Tickets
talking
are already
about
on
that.
sale.
Very
They're
cool.
already on sale, yes.
Thank you, Jennifer.
You're welcome. Former talk show host David Letterman was honored Sunday night for his career in comedy. He is the recipient of the 20th annual Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. At 70 years old, Letterman is the longest-serving host in U.S. late-night television. This is what the traffic is looking like at 9:05 p.m. Highway 501 southbound and northbound are completely closed, so this is the business section which is open. Due to the aftermath of Hurricane Florence, the rivers are expected to rise pretty much between tomorrow and the weekend. So they are preparing the roads to keep residents safe. We had to detour several times today. It took us about 2.5 hours to do a 25-minute drive. We are heading into Murrells Inlet now. It looks like it's going to be a long night for a lot of people. Chicago City aldermen have been asking for the police superintendent, Gary McCarthy, to step down. What do you think is the solution to the crime in Chicago?
Coastal Carolina University had to evacuate today at 9 a.m. Any students that were unable to leave were bused to Winthrop University and Clemson University. Now, this mandatory evacuation, which starts at 3 p.m., is for anyone that lives within 100 miles of the beach. I'm here at Ocean Boulevard and 8th Avenue North. I'm Jennifer Harris.
Jennifer Harris sat down with one couple whose daughter was born 9 weeks premature. She has more on how the mother's instincts likely saved the baby's life. Good morning.
Good morning, Christy and Jay. Yes, an estimated 15 million babies are born too early every year. That's more than 1 in 10 babies. Despite the staggering number, many still beat the odds. Now, one Stateline mom encourages other expectant women to act quickly if they suspect something may be wrong with their pregnancy.
I wasn't feeling the baby move and kick like she was.
Emily Harrison didn't realize her unborn child was in a life or death situation when she told her husband about her concerns.
She said, you know, something's not right, and we kind of had this conversation, and she said, no, I think it's something.
So 9 weeks shy of her due date, they decided to listen to her instincts and get medical attention immediately. Emily drove herself to Swedish American Hospital.
They put me in a room, put me on a monitor, couldn't find her heart rate. They finally found it, and it was down in like the lower 60s. And I think it should be like mid 100s.
With a heart rate that low, this is now an emergency, and time is of the essence.
I was here for maybe a half hour before she was actually born.
Hadley was delivered 9 weeks premature, her umbilical cord wrapped around her neck. But now she's healthy and alive, thanks to her mother's instincts. Doctors say regularly monitoring an unborn child is critical to a successful pregnancy.
Babies generally by about 32 weeks will develop patterns of movement when they seemingly are predictably awake and asleep.
Kick counts are a way to measure your baby's movements once a day, at the same time each day. Doctors encourage expectant women who are at least 6.5 months or 27 weeks or more to monitor their baby's movements using this method.
Generally recommend that the woman is quiet, is not really doing much of anything else. Have her lay on her left side with her hand on her abdomen, and then feel with her hand or sense internally when the baby's moving.
It's always better to err on the side of caution. So if your baby does not move at least 10 times in 2 hours, or if there is a sudden decrease in movement, you should call your doctor. Baby Hadley has been given a second chance at life, thanks to her mother who chose to listen to her body and instincts rather than ignore them.
This woman educated herself. She came to the office, she asked questions. She was a reliable patient who had consistent prenatal care. And there's no substitute for a smart patient.
We're just fortunate, just fortunate.
Definitely just trust your instincts. If you have any doubts, go to the doctor.
If you are pregnant and experiencing any type of pain or something doesn't quite feel right, it's better to be safe than sorry. Contact your healthcare provider immediately.